Hey, good afternoon, Trip Nation. How you guys doing? I just want to give you an update for the weekend. What's been taking place in the company. Yesterday we started getting all the final documents and final information system that's up on testing. So the entire system is up on testing now. We started testing yesterday and today at a lot. So just to give you an idea of some things we tested. Tested the driver, the iOS driver and rider apps, customer app on iOS, also for restaurants, customer apps and Android. So we tested all that. We tested the onboarding of the merchants, the menu admin, and the merchant locations we're doing testing on. Obviously, we're New York. So it's easier to do that because they're already built in the system with us. So it's moving along pretty well. We have a lot of follow-up things we're working on tomorrow with the developers. There's a whole host of, there's small fixes, nothing big. For example, something just flipping the switch on, somebody forgot to put in the tips for payment. Oh, by the way, you see our new hats? Check this out. So we're going to be putting a gear department together, or gear store. So you'll be seeing all these up on our store, a Trip Rides store. So we'll have probably not a lot of items, maybe 20 or 30 to start with, but all the cool stuff, hats, shirts, jackets, bags, things like that. But let me go back to the follow-up on this. So they didn't put the ability to put a tip in before or after. So anyway, just things like that. So what we do, we find these issues, then we send them over, and then tomorrow morning, we'll start going back through them with the dev guys and make sure that they fix the things that we went through today and yesterday. And then we'll keep grinding that process out till we're grinding through this. There's a lot of code here that we've got to go through. I mean, there's a ton. It's way more stuff than whatever we built before, because now we have the restaurants and we have the grocery stores in the mix along with the ride share. So it's all in there. We're not going to turn ride share on day one. We're going to turn on the restaurant delivery and pickup service and the grocery service day one. But it's all going to be working at 100% before we turn it on. It may not seem like we're getting a lot done the last, 10, 15 days, but we are getting a lot done. We're really down to the finals. Everything is up on staging or test servers right now. That will all hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday be done. If not, it could run into Thursday. But we're almost there with all the testing that we're going to be doing between yesterday, today, through the weekend, Monday and Tuesday. The big thing we'll be testing next week is all the commission runs, all the back office, all of those kinds of items we talked about, database and all that stuff. So all that we'll be getting on probably Tuesday. Hopefully we don't have any real issues with it. So if it's done Tuesday, minor corrections on Wednesday, that'll be the last piece. So everything else should be pretty good shape by then. So that's kind of the update on the tech. It's all moving along exactly like we planned. We're not finding any real major issues. Everything is working. The apps, I think between Vincent and Lisa and Art, they did like 30 or 40 rides yesterday. No issues at all. So that's all running smooth. It's really the restaurant information that we're putting in. We still got to load up the 500,000 restaurants. We'll probably get that done on Monday or Tuesday. That doesn't take long to load up. The key is that does it all work, and that's what we're working on now. I've been getting a lot of questions like, when are we going to open? It's the same thing I've been saying. As soon as we get the apps done, as soon as we get everything on board properly, we're going to turn the switch on. We're not going to give you hey, here's Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. When this thing's ready to go, I'm turning it on. And then we could show you the rollout plan of the market, those 3 markets we're going after: Houston, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, West Palm Beach. We'll be working on a lot of that stuff as we go next week. We're also bringing on board people that have had experience and who have worked for our competitors in the grocery and restaurant pickup and delivery business. So we're bringing those people on board next week. We've been interviewing them to bring them on board. So we have a lot of skill sets besides David Track that has a world of information on the restaurant business. We also have people inside the company on the grocery business. Lisa's still on that side of the business. We're going to bring in staff under her to help her because this thing's going to wind up pretty quick. So, but like I said, I'm getting a lot of questions when we're going to open. We still don't know exactly. It's all dependent on just how the system goes and getting all finished product done. But the information we're putting out, which is also on our, Facebook group and all our other social media, but particularly Facebook group and YouTube. If people have questions, just push them over to there. Everything is there. Some people want you to tell them directly what's going on. Imagine if I have to pick up the phone and talk to, even a small amount of people, 100. That's a lot. I can't do it. Particularly right now, nobody in the company can do it because we're all get this puppy up and running as soon as we can. The faster we get done, the faster we go to market. It's real simple. I'm getting some questions. Hold on just a second. Sir William, hey, lots of progress. Chris Hope, how you doing, dude? Awesome. It is getting awesome. We're going to dig it pretty soon. We're only 4 or 5 days away at the most to get this thing really ripped. Yep. Okay. That's about it. Just a few questions. We will, once we get up, then we're going to show you the marketing plan. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to give it out before we're ready to go because I know it's going to happen. You guys will start recruiting. You'll start bombarding the company with questions after questions. We'll be in the place to go ahead and answer those questions right away for you guys. We're going to go to market, and we're still going to be a week away from going to market. So we're going to give you all of the marketing materials once we launch, and here's the marketing materials you can use. Here's the videos you can use. And that's another reason we're bringing on people with real-world experience who have worked for DoorDash and Uber Eats and things like that. And these people were at senior levels, and they're just blown away with our business model. They say we're going to grab so much market share once we're up and running. It's going to shock people because they won't be able to compete with it. So that's what's going on in the market right now. Same markets are open, like I said, Houston, Atlanta, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach. Depending on how those markets go will be dependent on how fast we'll open other markets. I don't think we're going to have a lot of problems. I think that the biggest challenge will be getting everybody up to speed and getting how to go to market, opening restaurants and all that. We have a small group down in Texas already that are already working with a few of the major chains down there in the grocery delivery business. So hopefully we'll have some exciting news on that maybe within the week, what we're doing in that market, which will roll over into other markets as we start moving along. Once we train people how to open restaurants and go after the grocery business, there's all commission based for everybody. So you can start making money right away by, lighting up restaurants and all that stuff. So we're getting really fired up here because finally after, 18 months, 24 months for some of us, we really got a product and we got a damn good product. So that's about all I got to say right now. I just hope everybody keeps the patient a little more, 4 or 5 days, and then we'll be ready to go. But you can see we're making progress. This is just from, these are just the documents we worked off just in the last day and a half. When these are just recap documents, these are not what the documents they're working on when they're going through it. So it's very, very time consuming. I mean, our people are putting in hours and hours and hours a day because we want to make sure when we correct things, they work. So we have to go back and test. But I'm really fired up at what we're doing. I'm fired up that you guys are hanging in here and making a big, big move on this market. What do you think? Amy just walked in. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lucy, come here. You guys ever see my Lucy? There she is, my rescue. And say hello, Lucy. So, but anyway, I just want to wish you all a good weekend. I'll give you guys an update probably Monday afternoon again because I'll see more. We'll have worked over the weekend. We'll have work Monday morning. So Monday afternoon, I'll jump back on, give you an update. I'll start updating you probably every day next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then as soon as we're ready to go, it's Katie bar the doors. So with that, I just want to say, hey, everybody have a great weekend. Appreciate your patience. And we'll just get this puppy rolling sometime next week. Thank you.